Hi guys, I'm Shayna Levinson,
I'm David Casson.
and we are here to talk to you about ACA Art Crit Academy.
It's going to be a great opportunity, I think, for students from all over the world to actually study with us. For someone to take a workshop, it's a huge commitment of time. What we wanted to do is make something that you could do at home, and we could critique your work once a month and pretty much do almost an online mentorship. We're going to have resources on the website. I have gallery director friends that we're going to bring in on the site and do Q&As as part of the year-long program. We're using a live immersive classroom, bringing people's artwork in and actually do overpaints. So if a drawing is off or color needs to be fixed, or I can show where edges need to be softer, and we can critique really hands-on and immersive. We're using the same program that most major universities and art schools that teach online use as well. So we're investing a lot of money into that kind of platforms so that we can do this really, really well, and again, make it very live and immersive.
So during the critique sessions, we'll allow everyone to ask questions through typing through, and one person will be talking back and forth about the work that we're critiquing, and everyone can go through and ask questions around the same time. So everyone's questions we'll try to get to at the same time, and you'll get to learn about your own work through critiquing other people's work.
We thought it'd be fun to make this video. It's really hard to explain everything that we want to offer within the year-long subscriptions. So we're going to do Q&As with us, live Q&As, so people can log in and watch us and ask questions. And we're also going to do, the critiques are all verbal critiques instead of written critiques, which I think are going to be, we can interact with you during the critique so that you can ask us even questions further. And what we want to do, depending on how many people enroll, right now we're keeping a limit to 150 so that we can go through, we're going to segment it into 50 critiques in drawing and 50 critiques in painting once a month. If we have less than that, then people are going to be cycled around more. We're not going to go past 150 though, because we want to make sure this is very personalized. And it might take us, we might do an 8-hour, 10-hour day once a month that you guys will definitely see where it is. We have an online forum that we've built because we want to build a collaborative, constructive community around what we're trying to do, as well as bring in as many resources as possible.
And if you're not able to make it to the symposium, it'll be recorded so you have access to it.
We can do anywhere, which is amazing for me because I love that we can reach all across the planet and they can have an opportunity to study and learn from our experiences as artists. And I've been exhibiting in New York City for the last 17 years with the gallery in Chelsea. They used to be in Soho. I'm going to bring gallery directors from those galleries to speak to us about how a gallery nurtures artists, how they discover artists, what you need to show in your portfolio so that they can take you on, artists that they're looking for. And we want this to be a mentorship as well.
So we're doing enrolling all summer long, and we're going to get started in August. We'll probably do a short orientation, and we'll get started with critiques right away. We'll also offer challenges, monthly challenges in the artist forums and in the painting forums. That allows you an opportunity to kind of step out of your comfort zone.
Yeah, we have an online forum that you guys can interact with one another, and we're going to do, like Shayna said, we're going to do monthly challenges where everyone can be involved and critique and kind of build a collaborative community, again, around constructive criticism, anything that's going to be helpful to move us all forward. And we really want to level up what we're doing, and the interaction with other artists through the program throughout a year. Everybody's going to get to know each other, and they're going to get to know each other's artwork. And we're going to have a collaborative Facebook page that everyone can post new work as they do it as well, so that there's sharing involved there, as well as on the online forum that we have. We want you guys to come along with us, and we want to be a part of your art journey as much as possible, and we want to give you as much of us and our time as we can as well. See, we started this pretty much because our inboxes got full with everyone asking for critiques, and it's hard to do it very scattershot, or even just to do a one-off critique for me isn't as satisfying as seeing an artist grow and really help them kind of develop their own style and their own voice, and that's very important. So having this mentorship where we can see your artwork for the entire year, and it's really special for us.
We both love teaching so much, so it's a nice way for us to connect with people around the world, to get to know your work. And we learn from you too, so for us to be able to see what you do, sometimes we learn something and then we'll take that into our own work. So it's exciting to be able to build a community around what everyone's doing and learning from each other and kind of growing together.
We're always constantly learning and pushing what we do. And even Shayna has kind of started, you're kind of in the start of your career.
Yeah.
And it's great. So she's got a lot of the questions that you guys have also about her own work and what she's developing, and so do I. Because I'm not that far removed from studying myself. I mean, the last class I took in life painting was in 2007. So that wasn't that long ago. Was that 10 years ago? Almost, yeah, maybe 9 years ago. But I still haven't lost that sense of what it's like to be an art student. But
you're still constantly asking your friends questions. Like if you see something that kind of stops you in your tracks, you're like, man, how'd you do that?
Yes.
So this allows you that opportunity to ask those questions. So if we bring someone in that you've always followed and you love their work, this gives you that opportunity to ask them that question, because you don't always have access to those people that you admired and were watching throughout your whole, growing from and learning from. So this will bring you that opportunity to do so.
We're going to do also separate visiting artist sessions, which are going to be a little bit a la carte. So they're going to be separate from the actual year-long program. But because if you're a member of the year-long program, you get first access to the lectures. So we're going to have friends of mine that are artists come in. I've already been talking to a number of them, and they're all really excited about this.
We've been out telling everybody about it.
So everybody seems really on board from our end, and we just can't wait to have you guys as part of our community. We're going to be doing a lot of sporadic demos also for you guys, and recording them and posting them only on the community so that it's exclusive. I think I'm going to probably do an alla prima this summer, as well as I'm going to do a multi-day drawing session that I'm going to record for you guys on the drawing path. And I'm also going to do a multi-day painting section on the painting path as well. And we're going to do studio visits. We set up a studio in Albuquerque, and we're basically going to do a lot of updates from our studio that we don't post on Facebook or anything.
Yeah.
Because we want to make it exclusive. And then also live Q&As with us all throughout. Like we're probably going to do a few a year.
And if we notice that a lot of people have the same questions about skin tones or how to create form in the face, or just certain things that everyone's having trouble with, we'll do small little demos about that as well, which will be really helpful.
Yeah, I think actually what's really also about this, which is great, is that we'll be able to tailor the demos that we do for you guys and what you guys are after. Like if you think that your shadows need color, how do you get color into your shadows is something that people have a lot of issues with. And I remember I had a lot of issues with that. So we can go over that when I do the demos, and that'll be very important as well. So that again, it's customizable based on how the community moves, and it's something. This is exactly what I wish I had when I was learning as a student. I think I would have progressed faster, having access to artists that came before me that had already fought the battles that I'm fighting at that moment. They had all this experience of being there, and so that's what we want to offer with this whole project.
So every month we'll announce the day that we're going to do the critique symposiums, and we'll do one day for the painting and one day for the drawing, so you'll be prepared for that. At the beginning of the month, you'll know the exact day, and typically we'll do them in the middle or mid part of the month for everyone, so at least you can turn in something that you've started, and then have the rest of the month to work on it, and maybe come back through the next month to show us what you've been doing.
We have a really amazing online forum that we've built, which is going to have introductions where you can post about yourself and introduce yourself to the community. And then we're going to have two separate sections, one for painting and one for drawing, which are going to have the monthly challenges that we all can share and hang out and talk about each other's work.
And we want this community to be a healthy community and a really friendly community. So anything means not allowed. Everything has to be constructive and very helpful for the person, as opposed to any negative commentary that's not going to benefit one another in their artwork.
Yeah, we have strict guidelines on the website for people that are, there'll be no trolling at all, and we want this to be very constructive, very positive environment. Putting yourself out there for critique is a very personal thing. I remember being hurt in critiques, but that hurt actually helped me become a better artist. And I always look at this as how I would have wanted to be critiqued as a student. And it comes from a perspective of I have a very challenging critiques to people, but I want it to also be very nurturing. I want to basically bring you guys along with what I know and my experience of painting into what you guys do. It's very important. It's very important that it's nurturing and challenging. What else do we have to say?
Did I stump you?
We're going to be sponsored by some companies as well. we're hoping to get free samples for our community from different companies. Right now we have one sponsor, is General Pencils, is sponsoring our community, and you'll see ads on there, and it's basically the stuff that we're going to be sponsors from, or stuff that I use. I never promote or have sponsors from anything that I don't use, that I don't find useful. So we'll probably be talking to those guys about getting some free product and stuff for our community to try out. They're really into outreach, as well as I have some other friends that sell art materials and everything as well. We might even do like monthly, like a contest or something that might be kind of fun to add to the site. Like I already know I want to do a parallel palette contest, which would be a lot of fun. Maybe at the end of the year or something.
Yeah.
Maybe the person with the most growth in their work, or the person that's taking the biggest risk with what they're doing and what they're creating, will receive a prize, and we'll do a vote through the community. Again, this is such a fluid community that it's going to be really, really fun and really interactive. And again, we want to have you guys on the journey with us. So thank you so much. It's Art Crit Academy. Enroll today if you're interested.
We look forward to meeting all of you and getting to know you better and seeing your work and learning from you as well.
Yeah. Hey, have a good day and paint well.
Paint well and draw well.
Bye.
Bye.
Talk some more. I feel like I talk too much. So
No,
if
I
we
like that
make
you
it,
talk a lot.
you like that I talk a lot?
I just think it's fun.
Talk slower. You're talking very
I
fast.
talk very fast.
She talks fast. Can you say that again? That might be in the outtakes. Okay, so